Lately, Brittany Venti has been beefing with a gummy horse-faced redhead. And no, I'm not talking about Pearl Davis, even though I will be mentioning her shortly. I'm talking about Chrissy Mayer. I'm not surprised that Chrissy Mayer backstabbed Brittany Venti because, as you know, Brittany Venti and Pearl Davis have a lengthy, vicious beef who Chrissy Mayer has covered multiple times with Brittany Venti whenever Brittany was on Simcast. They were friends for 10 years, and Brittany even went to Chrissy's wedding. Chrissy and Pearl have beef too, but not to the intensity of Brittany and Pearl. Chrissy and Pearl went from unfriendly acquaintances to frenemies. Pearl still takes shots at Chrissy to this day. Chrissy and Pearl being friends was called out by Tree of Logic. Chrissy and Pearl have a tighter relationship than you would think. Pearl is Catholic. Chrissy recently became Catholic. Chrissy does stand-up. Pearl did stand-up with Chrissy. Pearl had a debate with Anna Kasparian. Chrissy was there. Chrissy is married and has a child, two things that Pearl desperately wants and has built an entire online career around. I wouldn't be surprised if Pearl poisoned Chrissy's mind against Brittany the more time they spent together. But based on Chrissy's past, I doubt that she was ever truly Brittany's friend. I think Brittany senses treachery as well because the more Chrissy and Pearl's friendship progressed, the less and less Brittany was on Simcast. Speaking of Simcast, which is hosted by Chrissy Mayer, during the peak of Brittany and Pearl's beef, if my memory serves me correctly, Brittany wanted to do an online debate with Pearl and wanted Chrissy to be the moderator, but it didn't happen because Brittany said Pearl didn't want to do it. But if Chrissy was going to be the moderator of the debate, based on how Chrissy handled the courting drama with the Melanie Mac stream, would it be too much of a stretch to say Chrissy was the one who didn't want this debate? Because if Brittany and Pearl came together and decided to just be neutral with one another, then Chrissy can't play both sides and profit off of the drama. One major storyline in the Brittany Pearl beef is Tata Gate. What is Tata Gate, you ask? Brittany Venti was a huge player in He Will Not Divide Us, a movement started by Shia LaBeouf when Donald Trump won the presidency in 2016. It's where Brittany Venti's career really took off because she got attacked by a tranny and was arrested. But unlike the courting, she whooped the tranny's ass. While Brittany was a part of this movement at a He Will Not Divide Us meetup, she was wearing a yellow shirt. There's a picture of a topless woman in yellow that was circulating. Someone saw it and assumed it was Brittany Venti and pushed a narrative on her Kiwi farms. Then Pearl ran with that narrative and swears up and down that it is her. And I want to get to the bottom of Tata Gate to put the Tata talk to breasts. I was able to find a photo that's supposed to prove it's Brittany Venti's nudes after scrolling through endless AI-generated nudes of Brittany Venti, which I would say you guys are discussing animals who need Christ. Now, Brittany Venti has always been a troll. Wouldn't it make more sense that Brittany saw this photo of some random woman's tits and made a joke saying the tits were hers and that she posted them? I found the infamous yellow top photo that everyone swears is Brittany, but the woman in the photo is wearing a short-sleeved, lightweight fabric, tight, bright yellow t-shirt, pulled up with either one hand or by her mouth, with the words Jackie 4chan on her breasts. I decided to dig deeper into what Jackie 4chan means, and there were two outcomes as to what it could be. One is a racially charged insult to refer to Hiroyuki Nishimura, who purchased 4chan in 2015, in which 4chan users kept felting Shia LaBeouf and exposed the location of his next He Will Not Divide Us meetup. And the second outcome is Jackie 4chan is a nickname dubbed to the main cameraman of the He Will Not Divide Us movement. But since there are YouTube videos that say featuring Jackie 4chan, I'm more inclined to believe the second outcome. Doesn't it even make more sense now that Brittany Venti made that joke that she posted nudes, especially when it was a trend orchestrated by 4chan trolls for a movement she was a part of? Now, in the infamous photo, the woman is wearing a bright yellow short sleeve fitted top. And Brittany is wearing a loose, pale yellow, long sleeve shirt with a white collar. But in the topless photo, the yellow top is nothing like the yellow top Brittany wore. Now, I know Brittany is African, but that doesn't mean she did voodoo magic to change her yellow top into an entirely different yellow top. The woman behind the photo came forward on archive.forplebs.org, and her stage name is Jacqueline, a porn star OnlyFans creator who called her boobs white Aryan breasts. She calls herself Jacqueline, but she's the Aryan. And called Brittany Venti a KB. So there you go, Pearl. It's not Brittany Venti. If the tits don't fit, you must acquit. But do you know who wears yellow and has big breasts? I'm kidding, of course. They're not hers. But there you go. News debunked, not Brittany Venti. I hope you enjoyed the video. Ta-ta.